I graduated, I got a pretty much an offer from all the big eight and decided to go to Pete Marwick in Charlotte, North Carolina. While I was there, I started in banking and construction. Those are the two clients they put me on. And then lo and behold, a year and a half later, Larry Kellner, my old roommate, is in Newport Beach, California, working for Ernst & Young, or Ernst & Winnie at the time. And they're starting a real estate practice. And he says, "Hey, you want a free trip to California?" And I said, "Absolutely. I've never been on an airplane. I'll come." So anyway, I get there, love it, obviously. Newport Beach back in the early 80s was, heaven on earth. And I went there as we started this real estate practice with Ernst & Young, and it became really successful. A couple of years in, Larry left to be the CFO for the coal company, which was the grooviest, hottest developer in the West Coast. And I left and went to be the CFO for what was this fledgling company that the principal was Tom Barrett, who has become a very good investor or celebrity investor over the years. But anyway, I was a CFO. We quickly started doing transactions. The Robert M. Bass Group was the money behind that venture. And we were one of 5 deal partnerships in the country. And anyway, the first thing we worked on was buying the Westin hotel chain out of Allegiant, which was the parent of United Airlines. And through this whole transition, we got International Bank of Japan and Aoki Construction, and we facilitated this transaction for them. Our compensation for our group was we got the Plaza Hotel with a couple $100 million of debt against it. It was our kind of compensation, which we quickly flipped to Donald Trump for another couple $100 million profit. And back in 1988, when this happened, that making $200-300 million was a big deal. And today, that's like a rounding error, but back then it was huge. So Tom became the deal partner for RMB, and I became the CFO for RMB. So it was a very good thing for me. And these are days where everybody was doing everything, so we all worked on everything. Great experience. So at that point, we start working on some of the deal partners, the legal deal partners out of Solomon Brothers, start working on American Savings, to buy American Savings. That was the biggest troubled thrift in the country back then. And in December 28th, 1988, we closed American Savings in a good bank, bad bank transaction. Quickly, no one wanted to go to Stockton, California to work on the bad bank or the good bank. So I'm 28 years old and I raise my hand and I say, I'm happy to go to Stockton. So I become the number 2 guy at this $20 billion bad bank and quickly become the CEO about a year and a half later. And that was the precursor for all the RTC stuff that Colony did, actually. So, that I did that for a couple of years. I made some money. And as that deal was finishing up, I had a pretty decent payout. So I was about to get married and have our first child and all this stuff.